school refusal, and it's no longer just a deep reluctancy, that's not necessarily going to work, because it's now an anxiety provoked situation. It's now an anxiety induced decision, and we now need to get to a point where we're unpicking the anxiety. Now, the only way to unpick the anxiety around anything is to give our brain another message. Our brain will just make pathways. It will see the world in front of us, and it will say, well, that felt like that felt like this, and as a result, that's my truth. And so the brain just creates pathways towards the truth that it's experienced. That's why we're all so unique, and that's why we're all so different, because we've all had those different experiences. Where those anxiety pathways get deepened is because the brain and the body are reconfirming that message all the time. So this environment, when I step in here, doesn't make me feel safe. And every time that young person goes back into that environment and it's not making them feel safe, that anxiety pathway deepens. But there is good news there, that our brain itself is really malleable. We can change our brain state. We can change our brain state, but we have to support that strategically and in a focused manner. So for a young person who isn't going into school because they have an anxiety pathway, because now it's no longer just a bit of reluctance, it's no longer a lack of confidence, it's now actually my brain and my body are saying that this space is no longer safe. We have to create a different pathway in that brain by better experiences for that young person. Now, the only way that we can create those better experiences for the young person is to give them different experiences when they come back into that environment, if we get them back in, because it can take a while. And that's why patience, slow, and a steady response to school refusal, reluctant returners, is really important. Schools are going to have the challenge of attendance, but, and this is my point of view, if you can get a child in for half an hour when they haven't been coming in for the last 6 months, I would take that over not having anything at all. So we have to think about how we can balance that plan enough to get the young person into the door, so that we can then secure what they are starting to feel like in that setting. And so let's going back to those anxiety pathways. If the young person's got to the point where it's deepened their fear, deepened their anxiety, we have to create an experience for them as they walk into that school that's going to help that brain to have a different message. So they can't go straight back into everything that made them feel unsure. They can't go straight back into lessons where they probably had a very big sensory onslaught and they didn't know how to manage it. They have to find different opportunities and different ways to experience how to get back into that environment.